All right, so let's transition into the next theme of discussion, which I alluded to at the beginning in the intro, parachute science or helicopter research. I've also seen it being referred to on the internet as neo-colonial science. This idea that, of course, the global north, the universities there are much more richer. They have better resources to conduct research. So there's this idea that a researcher will come from Europe, from America. They parachute or they helicopter in to Kenya, Rwanda, Ghana, Peru, Colombia, etc. They conduct their research and then they go back. They publish in journals in the global north, which have a much wider reach and, let's say, reputation and renown. And in all this process, local indigenous researchers, academics, they're kind of bypassed. I don't know, what's your take on parachute science, helicopter research? Being an academic yourself.
Yeah, and I think it's not an accident that we are where we are right now. It's by design. And I think there are colonial machinations behind all of these things.
Undertones, yeah.
Yeah, because we are talking about the global north being better endowed with the resources, then one would want to find out where are the origins of these resources? Where did the wealth come from? When are these universities established? Where do they have the repositories of knowledge? Where did they get the database that they're using to build themselves?
Yeah.
It's a long history that will take you to slave trade, slave plantations. So when we talk about the wealth of the global north, which is reflected in the academia, we must be aware, we must be conscious that it has a history, that those universities have a history, and there are people who have lost in that history. Two, as someone who lives in the global south and conducts research in the global south and partially also in the global north,
Yeah.
I think parachute science is a perpetuation of that hierarchy, within the system of academia. And it means that you use data from the global south and enrich your research, enrich your publications in the global north. So at the end of the day, it's the global north universities that will have higher ranking. Of course, the institutions that do the higher ranking themselves are based in the global,
north. Yeah.
So you come get raw data, and sometimes they don't even cite, local scholars. They don't cite the resource persons that they engage here. I think we need to be aware of these hierarchies that exist and confront these hierarchies without fear. And as someone in the global north, I think it's only fair to, engage in standard scholarly practice and also partner, collaborate with researchers from the global south.
And actually, that's what I wanted to ask you, because you're in that space and you're doing research in both the global north and the global south.
Yes.
In your own experience, is there more collaboration? Let's say when you have parachute scientists come in, do they, let's say, reach out to local academics and tell you, hey, can we collaborate on a particular project, write a journal article as a collaboration, as a joint effort? Or in your personal experience, and not only you, but your other academic colleagues,
circles,
like circles, exactly. What are you hearing? Like, is there much more collaboration happening, or are you guys experiencing parachute science in the worst form?
I think one of the things that has happened of late in academia is the rise of decolonial thinking. I keep on going to this because it has created more consciousness, more awareness on the imbalances between North and South. So I think right now, for example, I'm doing some research collaboration with some scientists based in Norway. We are co-writing a paper, doing some joint research.
Yeah.
So there's that rise in awareness that we need to have a fair practice even within academia, so that we don't replicate these structures of colonialism in which you come, use Africa as a source of your raw materials, then you go process, add value to that academic resource that you've extracted from Africa, then bring it back for Africans to cite your work. So I think it helps to have that collaborative approach.
Can we refer to it as academic wokeness? Even though wokeness has taken an entirely different meaning nowadays. But you can say, like, some global north researchers have become slightly aware of the injustice that global south academics are facing, and researchers.
Yeah.
And so they're trying in their little own way to at least repair the damage that has been done, or ensure that they're not repeating the same damage that previous academics have done.
I think that wokeness exists, but it's not everyone who is woke in academia. There are others who are still stuck in the colonial traditions of conducting academia and conducting research. But I know for sure that in some spaces, researchers and colleagues in the global north are aware of these, undertones that exist in academia, and they try to accommodate the same or to recalibrate that relationship so that you take care of these imbalances.
Yeah.